I'll just finish my nails while you entertain the troops.
Okay. What was I gonna say?
God bless America.
No.
Land that you love, stand beside her and guide her because she sucks. Why does she suck so bad?
Look at this picture of a penis and balls I drew.
You drew that?
I drew that
From
a
memory?
while ago, and
When was the last time you saw one?
I've seen one
Yeah,
very
that's
recently.
true.
I'll
Did you
tell
see
you,
it or did you taste it?
both.
Oh,
They're a show off. They like to FaceTime a lot.
hey, I'm not mad at that.
Listen, my roommate with the car has been out of town and left me the keys, and I have been using the car with her permission. I don't think she cares.
I have to say, having only met her like once, I am very certain that she does not care.
She's a free-flowing, like, she doesn't really abide by the rules of
Humanity.
No, she abides by the rules of humanity more than the rules of, like, the law.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck the law.
Well,
fuck the man.
The law only exists to benefit white men, and I'm no longer a man, so.
Oh, yeah, so you finally tapped out.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? Cops are bad.
Yeah, no, I've always thought cops were untrustworthy.
Thank you for making that clear.
I just have been so enjoying, like, the freedom of, like, oh, I need to go grab some groceries, or, like, oh, I'm running late to work. I'm just gonna drive there. Like, it's been so nice.
Oh, I really need to run a red light today. Oh,
No, I'm a really good driver. I do abide by those rules.
I gotta say, you pulling into the garage just now, you moved very slowly, which I appreciated.
Well, I'm not gonna play with someone else's fire.
Right.
You know what I mean?
When your own fire is ablaze.
When I have my own fire, I'll play with it all I want. But in general, like, I find comfort in, like, driving safely.
Okay. He's not here, so we can talk very openly. The thing that bugs me the most about Curtis's driving, he does not know where his body/car is
In relation
to other people, and it drives me bonkers. He's really bad about when we get on the highway, he stays in the right-hand lane. So every time we pass an exit, someone has to, and he doesn't notice.
I do not.
He'll start to speed up at the same speed the person's doing, and I'm like, babe, stop. Let them in. And he's like, I'm trying to, but they keep speeding up. And I was like, then you brake. Anyway, so we're divorced now.
So frustrated by people who drive like that.
That's
like
Curtis.
The reason that there are things like blinkers and like left lanes, they're not there for fun. They're there for a reason. And if you do them, I'm not going to get on my little soapbox about traffic because.
Well, that's okay because Curtis isn't here, but I'm going to tell him that you said that.
No, I love him. He is a sweet boy. But I think one of his things is he's not very aware sometimes. That's just coming from stories
you know what it is? I think it's pretty privilege. He grew up very pretty and very charmed and
charming.
Charming, thus to say it. I think that trained him to not notice things around him because things always just worked out for him. And I think this is a consequence. And ultimately, will be the
pretty
end of
privilege
us.
is real. And you know what? Being drag queens is an excellent sort of example of that.
Say more.
Because, let's say, let's use our old home bar as an example. Going in there without now, we are not ugly people.
I'm not.
We are not.
Yes, we.
But out of drag, going in there, there is no red carpet. There's no parting of the seas. There's no nothing. If you go to Roscoe's in drag, people move aside. They take notice. They say, oh my God, hi. They'll buy you drinks. Like, the world just kind of opens up when you look pretty, when you're done up. And I think it's probably the same for pretty people, but just all the time. They don't have to put the work in.
Well, that's why when we went to that gala a few weeks ago,
we decided
to go in drag just because I was like, no one will pay attention to us if we're just out of drag, peep-pal. Because there were enough cis white gay guys there. I didn't need to add myself to the count. There was already 98%.
And I
don't feel great about that.
I just wanted to be with my sissy.
Oh my God, you're so sweet.
Look at all your rings. Are these new too?
Yeah.
They're just so cute.
Thank you. Look at this. It's like barbed wire.
Oh my God.
I have a matching necklace.
Jesus.
Thank you.
Wait, they didn't have barbed wire back then. What did they put on Jesus's head?
Crown of thorns. The fuck?
Oh, it wasn't barbed wire. It was thorns.
It was barbed wood. Thorns.
Oh. Is that where barbed wire comes from? They just invented, they just like copied nature?
Can I tell you, when Pamela Anderson who is
Icon.
a goddess.
Icon queen stepping out without makeup on.
And she looks incredible.
Yeah.
She does,
obsessed.
unfortunately, she did suffer from the plucking her eyebrows too much, and that is sad. But she did a show or a movie called Barbed Wire, and she made it such a huge part of her personality, this like one project, that she got a barbed wire tattoo around her arm. I was so influenced.
You got one?
I did, but I got it removed. I didn't actually do the laser. I just got another arm put on.
Okay.
Luckily, a Victorian child had just passed. No, but I wanted to, but I was too young and dumb and full of cum. But,
yeah.
God, I loved her. I mean, I love her now, but...
Yeah,
an icon.
I loved her in the snippets I saw on Baywatch. Like, I wasn't horny for her, but I recognized that she was Mother even back then. Do you know what I mean?
She's the first person I've ever seen give a blowjob.
Fun.
Yeah, remember the short clip I saw, she had the penis in her mouth the whole time, so she never took it completely out, so we never saw the tip of his dick. So I thought being circumcised meant they just cut off the whole head. So I thought for years that I was uncircumcised. Joke's on me.
Yeah.
No extra skin.
And you'll never have Pamela Anderson's mouth on it.
That's not true. Don't limit me.
You won't.
Girl, look at me. Hey, Pammy. Can I get a little sun? I am now ready. All my nails are on my nails.
The nails are nailing.
Oh, he was really sweet. My husband's name is Curtis. Check your phone.
It was your phone.
It was mine.
I'll look away.
No, I'm not going to check it because we're filming and I respect you as a coworker.
Look, I like to be real on the show. I like to be a real human being, and sometimes my phone vibrates and I want to check it. And I think there's not a lot of representation in the world of people checking their phones on
it's a
camera.
mental illness. So
you are.
Anyway, we do Advent stocking, so every day one of us has a present from the other, and they're all just like really small.
Oh
cute
my
stuff.
God, I forgot you do that. That's so sweet.
It's super cute. I gotta say, Curtis has kind of been hitting it out of the park this year. A couple days ago when I opened yet another very good gift, I was like, babe, I gotta be honest with you. These are actually really good, and you don't always hit home runs with
You're
things.
rubbing off because you're an excellent gift giver.
Exactly.
You're so thoughtful.
Well,
He's taken
He said, I've noticed that you like little happies. You don't like practical gifts. You like little dumb happies. And I was like, yes. And I know that you only like practical gifts, which is why I got you a dehumidifier. It only took 13 and a half years, but we learned, okay?
Aww.
We grew, we learned. We learned.
So what kind of little happies have you gotten so far?
I knew you were gonna ask that, and I knew I'd have to remember.
You know what? Happy moments are fleeting.
Oh, I got a little tinsel tree, like a desktop tinsel tree with a light that spins so the tree changes colors.
Oh, that's
I love that
cute.
shit.
Yeah.
He got me little Funko Pop Disney Princess nail decals.
Cute.
I mean, it's so stupid and little. I love stupid and little. I love stupid and little.
Little happy.
Ugh, I just love it. And I want to say publicly, he doesn't watch the show. Thanks. Sweet. So today, he got me my favorite nail polish brand, Essie nail hardener. He's like, I noticed your nail hardener that you use was running low, and I wanted to get you another one. I was like, yeah, I wanted the Essie one, but it's way too expensive. And he's like, Merry Christmas. Isn't that thoughtful as fuck?
That's so sweet. You know what? I take back what I said about him not being aware.
No.
He's getting more aware.
He's not aware as a driver, though. Hold on to
Okay,
that.
okay.
Because that's not true. So, we had sex. We've had sex, I probably shouldn't say this, a lot.
Oh, congrats.
My hole is back and open for business.
Can you finally take it all?
Well, first I gotta believe in myself. So I just take a long time. And I just say, ooh, ooh. But as long as I do this, ooh, he loves it. I love this dress.
You look so cute.
$10.
You look so cute. Yeah, and your look the other day with Meatball was so good. It was like mummy, like...
$10 Akira dress.
Yeah. Can I touch this?
Yeah. I actually had a costumer in Santa Monica come out yesterday, and they took some of my Akira stuff home to like alter them for me.
Oh, that's so nice.
I have a trench coat gown that sits too low because my waist is so long, or my torso is so long. So they're adding like a band so that it goes up to cover up my actual boobs. And they're taking a zipper out for a dress that is too small, and they're making it a corset back.
That's so
Isn't that
nice.
so nice? Prismatic costumes on Etsy. They make really cute shit, but they are so fucking being nice. And I said, no super rush whenever you have time, but like also I do need to stone it. And she was like, oh, I'll get it done this weekend and I'll even help you stone if you want. Anyway, she's my best friend now.
Yeah,
You've been
because
demoted.
Your other best friend
You've
never
been demoted.
did any of that stuff, so.
Yeah, but you can do me hair for Christmas. That's all I want.
Okay.
That's all I want. But oh, your Christmas gift is so good. It's one of my favorites.
You're not getting me a Christmas gift.
Already did. Already did.
Well, then give it to me now.
No, it's
you know
in the mail.
I don't like surprises.
It's in the mail. All right, let's get started.
Okay.
Ooh, welcome to IMH Show.
Ooh, in my homosexual opinion.
Die.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P today stands for Pigeons Don't Fly with Eagles, bitch. Yeah, Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Roni Legacy premiered today. It's Dorinda, it's Luann, Sonia and Ramona, and then it's Kelly Colorn Ben-Simone and Kristen Takeman. Remember her?
Her husband was hot.
Yeah,
he also
still hot.
hated her.
And they're
He
still
also hated
together.
her.
They're
He
still
hates her.
together and they live in LA. You're still off Housewives, but I'm just telling you, it's Roni Legacy and it's already so good. And Dorinda said that to Kristen. She goes, pigeons don't fly with eagles, so get your breadcrumbs, bitch, and then come talk to me.
You know the reason we have pigeons in cities?
Is because we domesticated them?
We domesticated them, and then we didn't need them anymore because we had phones.
Yeah.
And now they're just like our rats. They're flying rats now, and it's our fault.
Yeah. I think we all
That
need to
Mike is
take a...
pointing directly at you, and I'm worried about that.
I think we
'cause
need
I think
to-
it'll pick up all of your stories. I just want to make sure it's more centered.
Bitch, you missed me. Tell the truth. I feel like I haven't been here in 2 weeks.
Okay, but I felt very excited when you came over, and we've missed that.
I know.
We need to miss each other.
We do.
That's part of
Well,
it.
that's the point of it. So sorry we had to miss last week. I wasn't feeling well. I'm feeling much better now. Everything is A-okay.
Did you watch the meatball episode? You probably didn't.
You had... What meatball episode?
Girl, you had a phone call in the middle of the episode.
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I watched a little bit of it.
Oh,
You
and
know
it
I
made
don't
you too
like
horny.
watching drag stuff.
Yeah, I know, that's true. It makes you really perfect for this show.
Yeah.
And
No,
you
I
have
heard you
to.
guys had a good time. Was it like the top rated episode so far of anything?
Yes.
Of course
Listen,
it was.
when you're gone, people don't know what to do.
People
okay?
love it.
They freak out. Well, no, I think they're lost, and they're like, I guess I'll watch this. I don't know. And then they pass out, and it just keeps playing. You know? Also,
no,
I think
meatball is so good. Not to like,
Uh-oh.
just an observation. I was not feeling well on, we'll say, a Thursday. And then Darby was like, well, do you want to just push? And I was like, really? Is that okay? And you were like, yes, of course. And I was like, okay. And then she texted and said, oh, you know what? I'm going to get Meatball to do it. So I figured they were going to do it that day. But then you ended up filming the next day, and I would have been fine to come film.
Well, I didn't know that. You
But
said
you didn't
had
know
been
that.
crying.
But I was crying.
I wanted to give you plenty of time to cry alone.
I was crying.
Because when you cry, it really affects me negatively.
I
because
also-
I don't know
it
what to
affects
do.
me
and
negatively.
So I just shiver.
I do think I'm allergic to my tears.
I think you're allergic to your emotions. And
Yeah.
I think that's healthy.
Well, the
Turn
point
it
is,
off.
The point is,
Like a light switch.
can we have Meatball back on with the both of us? Because I do want to play with her one day.
I would love that. Do you think we'd have a repeat of the most recent Sloppy Seconds if that were the case? Because you know we're talkers. You have to jump in.
Okay, I tried jumping in.
Try again.
I want to say.
I'm not victim blaming,
I want to
but
say.
it is your fault.
I want to say. Because I know how to do with you.
Yeah.
It was harder with the two of you
Right.
together. And she was on 4 Red Bulls, I think.
Yeah, it was wild.
I'm not blaming anyone. I did kind of give up in the middle because I was like, oh, fuck, I'm not saying anything. I'm being so bad.
But you
And I did
giggled.
get in my head. But
You got in your head in a podcast?
yeah,
Okay.
'Cause
We got
I
another
couldn't
podcast in a
speak.
few weeks, so you got to warm up.
I know.
This one's really exciting.
You
too.
could also, we could also maybe just like,
You want me to stop talking?
not
But there's
fully.
so. But then there'd be so many pauses.
But no, but
I'm just trying
you
to
could
save
just-
it for the. We'll talk about it. We can practice. Okay. How was your week? Good. Mine was too. Listen, Curtis and I had our wedding anniversary.
Oh yeah, how's that?
I know that you never know when that is or what year even. It was our 2-year anniversary. Okay.
The 11th?
Okay.
The 11th?
Yes. I have to show you the present he got me. Hang on. Oh my god. Don't look at my butt.
Fine. It's fine. I talk sometimes. A lot. A lot of people say that I talk too much. in fact. It was a
Okay.
dynamic and I was off. Okay, everyone has an off day. What is this?
The 2-year anniversary.
Oh, he told me about this.
Is cotton. Yeah, you've seen it, I think. He said that you saw it before me, which didn't thrill me. We said that we were gonna get a soda stream, so we stopped buying so much bubbly as our anniversary present. Very suburban, very hip, very now. And then the anniversary rolls around, he hands me a present. And I said, we weren't doing presents, and I abide by rules. You know I hate to break a rule, okay?
Yeah.
Luckily, he did apologize for getting me a present, and I accepted his apology, and ultimately the present, y'all, look at this shit. It's a JB sweatshirt. Now, it does look like she's dead, but she's not. She's just not a very smiley dog, okay? Isn't that cute? Curtis doesn't do these kinds of presents. That's why I'm saying something has happened. Something has changed within him. Something is more thoughtful. Anyway, I love it. I'm obsessed. And I did end up ordering him a gift that did show up today. And I took the receipt out of the box and I said, I ordered this weeks ago. It just came, sorry.
What was it?
I never say it right. Basquiat.
Oh, Basquiat.
They had a big show for him downtown. It was incredible. And there was a hat in there that Curtis really wanted. And he went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So then when I realized, oh, it's a cotton anniversary, I got him a cotton hat.
Oh, that's cute.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
We got on the LA restaurants, 101 best LA restaurants, and Curtis picked a pasta place because he knows who I am as a person. And I gotta say, the restaurant was adorable. I don't ask for a lot because my husband is a server. So I'm an over tipper. I am also a millennial, so I apologize after I say anything. I'm a very easy client. What do they call us? Customer? Yeah. However, the one thing I cannot abide, the one thing that drives me up the wall is being completely ignored after we sit down. If you have not come and at least said, I'll be right with you in the first 10 minutes, I want to leave. Because I just feel like, oh, I was sat, you know, they weren't expecting me and like blah, blah, blah. This restaurant was number 14 on the list of best restaurants in LA. And no one came to see it. Like literally 10 minutes, we're just sitting there. I was like, I kind of want to leave, but like, I know you want to stay. And finally, it was the sommelier who came over and was like, hi, do you have any questions about the wine? And I was like, do we have a server? And he was like, oh, yeah. I can do that for you. So then the entire night, what am I doing? Hi, sorry, I know you're not a server. I'm so sorry. Can I have a fork? I'm so sorry. Can I have a napkin? I'm not kidding you. I'm not going to say their name. I don't want to put them on blast, but they are number 14 on the list of 101 best LA restaurants.
Yeah. No, absolutely not.
Anyway, glad you're back. Should we drag? You
Yeah, sure.
Dragula.
Dragula.
So JK finally dies.
JK finally. I'm so sad.
Can
Goodbye.
I say though? They tapped out. I didn't know they tapped out. They didn't finish the elimination challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that wild? You know what I think it was? They were so worn out. They had been fighting for their life the entire time, and the cast was just bullying them into the ground. So I think they were like, fuck this. I'm going home. I don't want to be in pain.
But it was to who would go longest. So they both tapped out eventually.
Oh, I thought it was like they turned it all the way up to the top. Oh,
no.
Okay.
So it was just who, but yes.
That's not as bad,
so not in the same sense of like
they weren't giving up.
They both tapped out. One just lasted longer, possibly. You know, we never really see the exterminations in their entirety. It's all still kind of...
Don't you think that Fantasia would outlast anyone, I think? Yeah. She's well, I almost called her a monster, but that's what they all are.
She's a woman, and
she's a womanly monster.
Knows how to... It's very famously that women's pain thresholds are higher than them's.
As a cis man myself, I agree. JK's finally gone.
We're
I'm
in the
relieved
log
for
table
them.
room. Yeah. They kind of start with like a who is Blackberry. They still don't get it, but also Blackberry won, so I didn't think that was like a...
It's all so contrived at this point that I don't really pay attention to any of it, but I did enjoy.
Yes, Orc and Neo.
Yes, I love the love story.
This. Now, usually, sometimes love stories in drag shows are like, okay.
Yeah.
But I love this one, and can I be honest? I want like an illustrated children's book of their love for adults. Because isn't she sort of like a goth fairy princess? And Orc is like a weirdo little gremlin goblin.
What children's books were you reading? But I just love the love story. And I love love. And they're so cute. You know, I love Organic. I really do. I am getting a little turned off by the attitude. And then them producing kind of the same look over and over. I am getting a little tired of that. But that is That's my right as an AMC Plus member. I don't know. They're not my favorite monster right now, but
Who's your favorite?
Neo.
Yeah, Neo.
Without a doubt.
Neo's probably
I think
my
Neo
favorite.
has everything going for her. I just think
Yeah.
she is the most well-rounded. And this episode, she had a lot of rounds, okay?
Oh, yeah. For sure. I really love Cynthia Dahl. I know she hasn't won anything yet, but I'm just obsessed with her
Wait
as a
till we
personality.
get to the end of this episode. You're going to be devastated.
The main challenge is going to be a 80s haunted house classic monsters with a blacklight reveal. So they have to have 2 separate looks, one being revealed by the blacklight. And the fright feat is they have 10 minutes with 99-cent store makeup.
Halloween makeup.
To do a face. 10 minutes.
You know, it famously takes me only 15 minutes to get fully into drag.
Yeah.
Out of the 2 of us, I'm the fastest. I did actually, someone asked me that question today. They were like, how long does it take you? And I was like, if I had my way, 3 hours.
You like to take your time because you really are into the details.
Yeah.
You like to go in.
Details
you like
with
to.
the Ritz.
I just kind of like to play and also like
just
to
do it.
leave till the last minute. Because sometimes I think, and I need to figure out a different way in life, but sometimes I think if I don't have enough time, I won't be able to second guess the result. And the end result will be better than if I had spent more time on it.
I get that. I feel that. I understand that.
Yeah.
But I have lines and they're there and they're sharp. So
Yeah.
Coco Kane comes back.
Yes, Coco Kane.
I guess Coco has moved in, and so she's just the closest. I think she lives in one of the
I think
caskets.
she's the hotel like liaison or whatever.
Well, whatever she is, she looked incredible.
Yeah.
I really didn't understand why she was there, but it was funny. Because what was the reason they gave that she was back a second time? Coming back the first time made a lot of sense to me. Coming back a second time, and truly, just like the first time, all she's doing is repeating the directions that the Blues just said.
I don't mind. Every episode, one of the guest judges has been a former contestant. So I feel like they're trying to like keep it in the family and give people more screen time and bring back familiar faces. I don't know. I like it. And I
like it. I do like it.
You just want to know why.
I just want to know why. I want there to be a reason. For a show that loves a story, for a show that loves fantasy, Coco Kane's presence is lacking all of it.
Yeah.
Give her a backstory. Say that her house burned down. Now she lives in a casket in the basement. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Throb Zombie wins by painting a pumpkin face. He is the Pumpkin King.
But the funniest one for sure was Neo had everything like glued to her face. And Blackberry goes, where'd she get glue? And then they cut to her talking head and she goes, I had glue hidden in my wig. That was so good. Not only did Throb win, Throb won immunity.
Oh, immunity. That's something we haven't seen in a while.
Not since Survivor.
They used to do that in the early seasons of Drag Race.
I kind of love that though.
I think it's fun.
I like taking some of the
Pressure off.
or some would even say the power from the judges.
Yeah.
Because it makes you feel, even though we have nothing to do with it, it does make me feel like an audience member that like, I'm in on it.
I love the boulets. They're in these white moments.
I love them in lighter colors because we never see them in like bright white. And the last time we saw them, they had those ugly hats and it was very distracting.
What were they?
I hope they burn them. I hope they have like a video where they burn
I hope
them.
they keep them. And I hope someone explains to me what they are. Because still, I've been keeping up with the comments. No one knows.
I don't think they're anything. I think they're art.
Then what are they?
Art.
I do not accept that. I
Well,
do not accept
luckily,
that.
we didn't have to accept that with these because they had the cute little wigs with the little... I love
They
the
were-
little strings
They were
hanging
like,
down.
yeah, they were like ghosties. I want to shout out, they've been doing these like fun transition things with their hands. I love that.
I'm a hand girl. I love that. I love when people have fingers.
Me too.
But the funniest part of their outfits, they're sitting down and because it's like a UV light challenge, and they're like, oh, we're in all white. I wonder if we glow. There's only one way to find out. And they turn the lights out and they don't glow. And one of them goes, oh.
Yeah.
And they left that in. I live for the, let's just figure it out as we go along. Vibe. Thank you.
Let's go to the floor show in alphabetical order. We're going to start with Blackberry. Blackberry was like a sarcophagus, ancient Egyptian vampire. And then she opened up her doors and inside was blacklight. I loved it. I thought they stressed that they needed to be two separate. And I didn't think this was separate, but it was still really beautiful and cool.
I agree. When she came out and she revealed into that, I was like, oh, that's super cool. I can't wait to see like what she does with the UV lights. And then the UV lights really just reiterated what the fuck was on the thing. And I did say like, oh, I didn't think that was the prompt.
But cool.
It looked cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, there are some monsters who never follow the prompt. So if you're not going to follow the prompt, at least do it cool.
Yeah.
And that's what she did. She kept it real cool.
I imagine it's really cool inside the pyramids. Right?
No, it's hot.
Inside the pyramids,
Egypt's
though.
hot.
But like
Sand.
when you first open it, it's been in the dark for so long and under all that stone. I don't understand pyramids, and now I'll never probably get to go to one.
Why?
I don't think they like me over there, do they? In Egypt?
You need to believe in yourself.
Well, there's believing in
Right
yourself.
from the start.
And then there's being like conscious about the way the world thinks about you. You don't have to because you're a white man. But
Thank you.
Yeah.
That means so much. Thank
Right.
you for saying that.
You're welcome. Cynthia Doll. Well, the way the world feels about her is that she's adorable. Same thing. I don't think it was two separate things, but I loved how bright and vibrant it was.
Yeah, I wasn't thrilled that it was basically just kind of a raver outfit, which I think every judge said as well. But I just simply adore her. Do I think that she made a mark on the runways or on the floor, what is it? Floor show.
The floor show.
This season? No. I think there was a reason she was always safe because she just kind of ran the middle of the pack. But
she did make a
she's an
mark
icon
on my mind.
Yeah, I love her.
Because she said the best thing anyone's ever said on television. She said,
Alexis, you're eliminated?
a cube is a circle, right? A half a cube is a circumference?
Yes. And honestly, the only answer to that is yes.
Yeah, now it is, bitch.
I love her.
I love her. I'm obsessed.
I don't think I think she's here to stay. I think there are certain drag personas.
I need her on my TV again. That's for damn sure. I don't want to be without her.
Well,
She better be on my TV again.
We have internet. You can use that. She's on that.
You know what I was gonna tell you. Can I see you back here for a moment? Yeah. So I don't have internet right now. It's something about you have to pay for that every month. I didn't know that. So I was wondering if we could borrow just a few dollars so I could kind of, and then I could watch this show.
Can I see you back here for just a second?
Yeah.
I think you asking for money is something that is like, I think it's the longest running bit that you have. And I love your comedy.
Yes, thank you.
But I am really tired.
Thank you.
I'm very, very tired.
Yeah.
So can we just call this bit done, right? No more asking for money. It's not funny anymore.
Right. Can I see you back here for a second? Are you really mad at me about that?
Can I see you back here for a second? I'm not sure. No, of course not. Oh, speaking of internet, okay, can I tell y'all? I went to the Coffee Bean last night. I know, coffee at night. What the fuck? There was an old man in there. I want to say 70s. He's sitting in the back corner. He's talking very loudly on his phone, and then he starts screaming, I haven't had internet for a month. I need fucking internet. And he's screaming that he needs internet. He needs internet. I'm on the other side of the bean, if you will. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm loving it. I'm having the time of my life. I'm getting a show. Clearly, like, the person on the other end of the line was like, I'm gonna hang up if you keep yelling. And he goes, I'm sorry. Please don't end this call. I just need internet. Please don't end this call. And so he got real quiet, and I was like, oh, okay, so he threw a tantrum, he got called out, and then he was fine. Then the person ordering their drink at the exact same time that this is happening says something about Starbucks. I don't know if they were like, this is what I usually get at Starbucks, do you have something similar? You know, it was like that kind of conversation. We've all had that recently, right? So he says that, and then the old man, while on hold, goes, I know you didn't say Starbucks in here. We don't use the fucking S word. Don't use the S word. So then the guy at the register, like behind the counter, was like, sir, if you're gonna yell, you have to get out. And if you're gonna take a phone call, you need to leave. Like, you can't yell. And he goes, I'm not yelling. And he's like, you just yelled for 5 minutes. We all heard you. Stop yelling.
Oh, I love
You know what he
that
did?
guy.
Okay, I'm sorry. I won't yell. That made me so hard. And then the guy got back on the phone. He doesn't start yelling, but he's loud. Like, he just has one of those, like, boomer voices, you know, they boom. All it took was the guy behind the counter leaning over and looking at him. And the guy goes, and he got up and went outside. Anyway, so I fucked the guy behind the counter.
I want to fuck that guy behind the counter.
He was already
so hard.
like really cute.
Of course he is.
But then when that happened, I was like, oh my God, I'll clean it. I'll clean that cock.
Till the cows come home or whatever.
They make it dirtier.
Yeah.
Because of the mud.
How did we get here? Oh, let's talk about Fantasia Royale Gaga's snake. Again, it was the same thing, but it was a snake before and after the black light.
Sort of. But after the black light, you could see her skeleton under the snake's skin, so it looked like she had been swallowed. And I did appreciate that.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That was funny.
I liked it.
It just sucks that there were some issues with the
no shoes is the issues.
Well, yeah, her feet were hanging out of the middle of it, which was kind of crazy. And then also the back seam wasn't fully shut, so when the black light came on, you just saw this like these white strips down her back, which sucked.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was cool as fuck.
I thought it looked great.
Can I say this?
Please.
I love Fantasia. I am so impressed with her. I did not expect this from her. I'm sorry. I expected her to be an incredible performer. I expected to see some great fucking drag. I did not expect her to go so monster with it.
Yeah.
And I know, like, Throb, who has an opinion on everyone, apparently. I know that Throb's saying, like, I'm still not seeing the messy, the monster. Yeah, maybe not seeing it to the same degree, but bitch, she's challenging herself. And I think she's winning that challenge.
Yeah. Throb. Speaking of throb, I'm absolutely throbbing for Neohuru X.
Speaking of throb, Neohuru X. Thank
I am
you.
absolutely obsessed. Neohuru got in touch with her mask side. This was fucking cool.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I knew she won because when they were doing like they do the nasty part where everyone's fucking up their costumes and shitting and eating it or whatever, they stayed on Neo for an extended period of time.
Fucking that, whatever that was.
Hot.
Yeah. What did you think of Neo's little mask lesson with Throb Zombie earlier in the episode?
Charming.
Uh-huh.
However.
Yeah.
I think I throbbed out.
Well, you throb too hard, you get lightheaded.
Exactly. And I'm very lightheaded. I don't even know if I have a head anymore.
Yeah.
I might be circumcised. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like... They have so much to say about everyone and everything.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts.
Am
I crazy?
No, I feel like you're not crazy. I feel like when people have comments on everyone, it's like, make sure your own house is picked up before you comment on other people's houses.
Your side of the street, is it clean?
Because you're saying all these things as if you are untouchable, but you have yet to do a prop the way you envisioned it.
And we're saying this fully as people who have dirty houses ourselves.
Oh my God. Well, I did
try and come at us. Try it.
I
Because we'll crumble. Quick.
And crumble. I did clean my house.
Oh,
because as I mentioned, it's the first time in a long time that, or ever in this apartment that I've had it completely to myself. I cleaned. I got it exactly how I want it. It is so nice.
I'm
having such a nice time living in that gorgeous house.
Maybe your roommate will die in a plane crash and then you won't have to change.
No, I don't want her to. I don't want her to.
Listen, I don't know y'all's vibe.
But I was going to say, I lived undercover as a man for a while.
You were a spy.
I was a spy. I was a spy kids. If you wanted me to give you a lesson in masculinity, like I've taken notice of, you're very feminine, and I think that's gorgeous. But if you ever wanted to try something a little different, I could give you a lesson right now for free of charge.
I could go back and actually talk to my family and they'd be proud of me.
That, and like you could go back to that restaurant. I'm sure a server would be there right away because they'd be so threatened.
Because I'd be so masculine.
They'd be so scared.
Okay, I'll take it. You're right.
Okay,
I'll take it.
Throb Zombie did the Dorito method, which is really great. That's a fabulous method. I personally subscribe to the sour cream and cheese Pringles method, or sour cream and onion Pringles method.
Of all the chips, you chose Pringle?
Well, listen, they're stacked.
So am I, honey.
Exactly. So what I want you to do is roll those shoulders.
Oh, can I take a sip of my man juice?
Yeah.
It's man juice, but it's really just, it tastes like a pussy.
Yeah, okay, ready? Roll those shoulders back. Roll those shoulders back.
Oh my God, everything's cracked. Did you hear
it? Yeah. Now roll them back and then leave them back there. And I want you to kind of like do this, like...
Well, I'll smear my boopsie, so I'm not going to do that.
Well, you can pretend.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I want you to kind of scratch your balls, like scratch underneath, like do scratch-ums.
They're almost out.
They are almost out.
Y'all don't understand. It's so difficult because
She likes wearing tiny shorts.
Well, no, and they're shorts that were made for cis women.
And that's not her fault.
And that's fine. But listen, I need ballroom.
Yeah.
Clackety.
Okay, so scratch him. Now pretend you're back at that restaurant. What was it? Pasta? Spaghetti Warehouse. And I want you to say, yo, I want a table for two. Okay?
Okay.
No, don't cross your legs.
Okay.
Shoulders back.
They're as back as they can go.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard you got good pasta. Give me a table so I can put your sauce in my mouth, and then I can spit it into my girlfriend's pussy. She loves marinara on her lips. This is how straight guys talk. And then she has to wipe front to back.
Now do the nose. And scene.
I think it worked.
You know what? We'll work on it.
What?
Up next is gonna have to go ahead and be orthogotic. Now, what was orthogotic? I don't know.
No one knows. No one ever knows.
Yeah.
There have been very few, and again, I love orthogotic, so shut up. But there have been very few floor shows where they have come out and I immediately knew that's the prompt. You did it.
Now listen.
It's always really random and strange.
It's not ever really very clearly a part of the prompt, but it's always really interesting and cool.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
like there's a fucked up monster inside of this brain.
But I would love to see
how you get from A to B.
Yeah. I'd love to see them get the assignment and then do the assignment. I think that'd be fun.
Just to show some like versatility.
Sure.
Well, let's talk about Throb Zombie. I actually thought Throb Zombie did really well. I thought they were kind of... He was kind of the only one that had it different because he was a priest and then he was the demon that was inhabiting the priest. And then he was the priest again and then the demon. And it was so cool. The cathedral on the back.
Listen, earlier we said you can't throw spooky stones in your glass house. But this episode you certainly could because... he killed it. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Listen, if all I knew about Throb were the floor shows, I think Throb would be at the top of my list. But getting to know his personality, not for me.
We do have a winner. It is Neohuru.
It's going to have to go ahead and be.
Congratulations. You tapped into your mask side and then you tapped into a win. And that was fun. I would love to go and look at titties with you anytime. Have you ever seen this show called, it was on Stars, so it's horny, and it's called Flesh and Bone, or Flesh and Blood?
Have you seen it?
It's like Black Swan as a TV show. She is a ballerina that goes to a strip club and starts dancing at the strip club to pay for ballerina school.
Ballerina school is so expensive.
Yeah.
And they're also thin.
Yeah.
Just wanted y'all to know. So we find out the bottom two are Orgotic and Cynthia. Rightfully so. I had no issue with that.
Yeah. Anything in the cauldron stand out to you?
No.
I'll tell you one thing that stood out to me is Fantasia Royale doing the anonymous confessional, and you could barely...
And then she goes,
and that is why I, Fantasia Royale Gaga.
Or my name isn't Fantasia. And she goes, oh shit. She's so funny.
She's a camp icon on a horror show. With big old titties.
No, I have a really hard time saying horror. It always sounds like horror. Horror. I don't think horrors are scary.
You say what you
I
are.
envy them. Horror. So their extermination
Will you tell me what this was?
It's a laser maze.
Okay, but it wasn't really a maze. It was a grid.
It had a maze. They just couldn't see it. They didn't know what it was.
So it had
they had to walk from block to block, and they had to walk through one of the lasers
that
on
wouldn't
the block.
zap you.
And
did they have collars on? Is that when they knew they were zapped? Is
honestly,
it like
I don't know.
Because I think it was just a laser grid, and someone picked out the path that they should be going on.
Yeah.
And then when they didn't do it right, they shocked him in the collar. Because they were saying, like, my neck is starting to hurt, and they were, like, touching their neck.
Completely. I thought you said you didn't understand it. That was right.
Okay.
It looked painful. I don't ever want to get shocked. But what killed me was the bluies.
The
I
blueies.
can't say that either. Those big old blueies, they said if you pass out, if you go unconscious because it's so painful, you're eliminated.
Automatically are eliminated.
Getting eliminated for passing out due to pain? What the fuck? What is this? Childbirth? This girl I went to high school with died in childbirth.
Was she the one with red pumps and flare jeans?
No, she was college.
Oh. You know
she
what?
never got to give birth. Not because she died. I think she was just barren. We find out Cynthia is dying. Which is sad because I love her as a TV character.
Yeah.
But as we're getting down to the tops, I understand it.
You know what reunion I won't be missing?
Oh, yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Because I want to see the
We never cover the reunions because they're really just highlighting things that have already happened.
Yeah, it's
and
like a clip show.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But Dragula, yeah, it's different.
They always bring it.
It hits.
Yeah.
It hits. She dies. She gets sawed in half, or at least we're led to believe that. I don't know what the bullies actually did to her.
That was a good death. I've always wanted to act in a film where you are running and looking over your shoulder and scared.
We can make that happen.
Okay.
Pass me those giant scissors over there and then close your eyes. That is yet another Dragula. Alexis, were you spooked? Were you scared? Are you sorry that you came back?
No, I had a great time. I loved it. I wasn't spooked. I wasn't scared. And it feels good to be back. You know, Webster's defines the word home.
So, if you would like to watch more Dragula with us, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, according to the notification bell.
Join us on Patreon at patreon.com/IMHO the show.
You want to finish? What were you saying? What were you going to say?
Thank you so much.
We're also both on Cameo, so you go there.
Are you gonna a cameo?
And again, holiday cameos, it is coming to an end. So if you want a holiday cameo in time for the holiday, the Jesus one, the real one, go ahead.
Oh, God.
What? Jesus is Lord.
Okay.
When I went to a mega church, right,
Yeah.
my Sunday school teacher ran over a little girl named Grace. And so that when they built the big gymnasium, because it was a mega church and you have to have a gymnasium, they named it the Grace Family Life Center.
Oh.
Which I thought was so gross. And people play basketball inside her. Gross. Anyway, she's dead.
That's not Grace. That's gross.
All right, we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
I signed up for insurance, and the cutoff is today.
Did you?
Yeah, are you proud?
I'm really proud.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
I have a couple of questions, though. Do you know anything about it?
About insurance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
So I signed up for Covered California or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's the one.
Sure.
I don't qualify for Medi-Cal, which is what our friend Fina at Barbara's
Why?
has. I think.
You make too much?
Yeah.
You make too much?
I guess.
Oh.
But I'm getting all these scam calls. And
Yeah.
the way I got it, though, was Cover California texted me and said, call this number because you only have 3 more days to whatever. So I called and I talked to this guy.
Did you Google it?
I did Google it. He is a real insurance agent.
Okay.
And it is, I guess it's a real place. But I was very self-conscious of the fact that I was well, first of all, I called him with 3 days left. And he was asking me questions and he was like, do you smoke? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, are you real? Is this a scam? And he was like, no. If I asked you to pay for something today, it would be a scam. But I'm not. I'm just the agent. You can Google me. I'm on LinkedIn. And I was like, I'm going to do some research. And he kind of laughed. He's like, okay. The text that came the next day, you only have 2 days left. Call this number. And so I called it. But it was the same guy. And I could hear a cat in the background. I was like, wait, what is this? Are you a scam? And he was like, no. And I was like, well, where are you? Why is it 8 o'clock at night and you're doing this? And he was like, I work from home. I work these hours. This is real. And I was like, okay. So then I gave him my social security number and my bank stuff. I really think it's real. He set me up with a thing from LA Care, which is, I looked up, it's a real insurance place.
I would have messaged him on LinkedIn and been like, hey, are you actually doing this? Too late now. I hope it's real.
I hope it's real. If it's not, they don't have a lot. I don't have a lot.
What are
of
they
money.
going to do with your identity?
Right. They could have it, honestly. I haven't been doing much with it, so.
I hope it is. I'm gonna say
I
a
was
prayer.
Googling as we were talking, and I was like looking at the place, his insurance agency. It seemed real. And it was a lot of reviews of like, yeah, they contacted me.
Oh, good.
And they set me up. It was really nice.
Isn't it a terrible world we live in where we can't trust the people who call our phones?
And after I told him my height and my weight, he was like,
Touching my bare leg.
sorry. Okay, so just by the way, after I put in your height and weight, it won't cover heart issues anymore.
Okay, that is real.
I think it's real.
That's real. That's real.
I
Listen,
think it's
if he was trying to
real.
scam you, he would not have made you feel
Yeah.
and you felt awful, right?
The good news is though, if I get in a car accident or die, I get $70,000
You get it where?
from this like thing I signed up for.
But if you die, who gets the money?
No, not if I die. If I get in a car accident or die, I get $70,000.
Maybe like drive into like a wall. Not a big wall, just a little tiny wall.
Okay, maybe.
That could be funny. Content. I just pulled the longest hair out of my shoulder.
That's being a drag queen, yo.
Okay, see you next week. Bye.
Wait, it was growing out of your shoulder, or?
Yes, bitch.
Ew.
Shut up.
Ew.
Listen, underneath all of this, I'm a verse bottom, okay? I have things to do. Sometimes when I'm topping, they like to grab onto the hair on my shoulders. They say, ooh, ooh. And I'm going,
Ew.
uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Can I lay down?